I, 28 male, was engaged to Vanessa, 27, for about 6 months. Together for 3 years total. Last weekend changed everything. We were at her friend Claudia's birthday dinner. Nice restaurant, about 12 people. I was telling a story about helping my coworker through his divorce, how he'd broken down in the parking lot, and I'd stayed with him for 2 hours. So I just sat there with him. Sometimes people just need someone to listen, you know? Vanessa laughed. Loud. Oh my God. You sat in a parking lot for 2 hours listening to Craig cry? That's so you. What's that supposed to mean? You're like an emotional support animal. Always try to fix everyone's feelings. Her friend Jenna looked uncomfortable. That's actually really nice of. Nice. Vanessa cut her off. It's exhausting. Last week he spent 3 hours helping our neighbor after a cat died. A cat. He made her tea and everything. Mrs. Chun is 74 and lives alone. Whiskers was her only. See? There he goes again. You're too sensitive, Benji. It's embarrassing. Grow up. The table went quiet. I felt my face burn. Remember when we watched that movie and you cried? She turned to the group. It was about a dog. He sobbed. Like actual tears. It was Marley and me, I said quietly. Whatever. Real men don't cry at dog movies. Or spend their weekends being everyone's therapist. Her friend Marco shifted in his seat. I cried at that movie too. Yeah. When you were like 12, Vanessa shot back. Last month, actually, Marco said. Vanessa rolled her eyes. Great, another sensitive one. You and Benji should start a support group. Everyone laughed nervously, except Claudia, who was watching me. You're right, I said finally. I should grow up. Vanessa looked satisfied. Finally. See, was that so hard to admit? Not all. Growing up means making mature decisions, right? Exactly. Cool. I'll start tomorrow. The rest of dinner was awkward. Vanessa kept making jokes about my sensitivity problem. How I always asked how people's days were. How I remember birthdays. How I checked in on friends going through hard times. He sends thinking of you texts, she announced like it was a war crime. To people he hasn't seen in months. That's thoughtful, Claudia suggested. It's clingy and weird. Nobody needs that much emotional availability from a man. I just nodded along, ate my pasta, smiled when appropriate. But I'd already made my decision. Update 1. Sunday morning, I started my growing up process. First, I call my buddy Derek. Hey man, know that cabin your family has? The one you're always trying to rent out? I'll take it. Month to month. Really? Sweet. When? Today. Today? Yeah, that a problem. No, just sudden. Everything okay. Everything's great. Just growing up. Being mature. Making decisions. While Vanessa was at her weekly brunch with the girls, I packed. Not dramatically. Just essentials. Clothes, toiletries, laptop, important documents. Left everything else. Mature people don't make scenes. Left a note on the kitchen counter. V, you're right. I need to grow up. Mature adults don't stay in relationships where they're mocked and belittled. I'm staying at a friend's place while I figure out next steps. We should talk, but I need some space first. B. Then I turned off my phone and drove to the cabin. The text started around 2 p.m. I checked later. Is this a joke? Benji, where are you? This is so immature. You can't just leave. I was just joking at dinner. Stop being so sensitive. Ironic, that last one. But here's where it gets interesting. Around 6 p.m., I got a call from Claudia. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Benji? Thank God. Are you okay? I'm fine, Claudia. Thanks for asking. Vanessa is losing it. She called everyone from dinner, ranting about how you abandoned her over nothing. But that's not why I'm calling. Can I ask you something? As someone who's apparently too sensitive. Sure. My dad. He's been diagnosed with early-stage dementia. I haven't told anyone yet. I'm scared I don't know what to do, and God, this is stupid. You don't even know me that well. It's not stupid. Tell me what's going on. We talked for an hour. About her fears, her dad's condition, support resources. I gave her numbers for support groups, sent links to helpful websites. Just listen, mostly. Thank you, she said finally. I needed this. Vanessa always changes the subject when I try to talk about serious stuff. That must be hard. She says I'm being dramatic. That everyone's parents get old. Patterns. Interesting patterns. Update 2. Word spread fast about our break. Vanessa's version. I threw a tantrum and ran away because I couldn't handle a joke. My version. I didn't have one. Didn't badmouth her. Just told people we were taking space. Mature. Derek commented when I refused to trash talk. Then Thursday happened. I was at a coffee shop, working remotely, when Marco walked in. Spotted me immediately. Benji. Man, I've been hoping to run into you. Hey Marco. Listen, I wanted to say what Vanessa said at dinner. That wasn't cool. It's fine. No, it's not. And can I tell you something? My girlfriend and I have been having problems. I remember what you said about just listening to people, so I tried it. Actually listened to her instead of trying to fix everything. We had the best conversation we've had in months. That's great, man. It is. And I realized something. Vanessa mocks you for being emotionally available, but she's the one who can't handle real conversations. Remember when Jenna's mom was sick? Vanessa told her to stop being depressing. I did remember. Jenna had stopped coming to group hangs after that. Anyway, Marco continued. Bunch of us are having a game night Saturday. You should come. Vanessa won't be there. She says game nights are childish. I went. It was nice. Normal. Nobody mocked anyone for caring about things. That's when Jenna pulled me aside. Claudia told us about her dad and how you helped. She needed someone to talk to. She tried talking to Vanessa first. A month ago, Vanessa told her she was overreacting and changed the subject to wedding planning. Your wedding planning. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what the mature thing is? Being there for people. Not whatever performance Vanessa does. The group chat started that night. Not about Vanessa, about supporting Claudia, sharing resources, organizing meal trains for when her dad had appointments. Everyone contributed, except Vanessa, who wasn't invited. Update 3. Vanessa found out about the group chat when Claudia thanked everyone on social media for their support. Tagged everyone who'd helped, including me. Especially me, actually. I don't know what I would have done without these amazing friends. Special shout out to Benji, who listened when I needed it most and helped me find the best care team for my dad. This is what real friendship looks like. My phone exploded. V, you turn my friends against me. V, this is so manipulative. V, using Claudia's situation to get back at me? Pathetic. V, they had game night without me. Then she tried calling. 23 times in an hour. I answered on the 24th. Finally, how dare you? Vanessa, I'm at work. What do you need? What do I need? I need you to stop poisoning my friends against me. I haven't said a single negative thing about you. Bullshit. They're all taking your side. There aren't sides. We're broken up. They're allowed to be friends with both of us. They chose you. They chose kindness. That's different. Don't get philosophical with me. This is what you wanted. You planned this. I planned to help Claudia's dad. Did I also plan Jenna's mom getting sick? Or Marco's relationship issues? You probably... Vanessa, your friends aren't choosing me over you. They're choosing to be around people who don't mock them for having feelings. I don't. You called Claudia dramatic. Told Jenna she was depressing. Said Marco was another sensitive one like it was contagious. Those were jokes. Nobody's laughing. She hung up, but she wasn't done. That weekend, she showed up at the cabin. Derek called to warn me, but she was already pounding on the door. We need to talk. I opened the door. Okay. She looked rough. Hair unwashed, makeup smeared. You ruined everything. What did I ruin? My friendships. My life. Everyone thinks I'm some heartless monster. Are you? How can you ask that? You know me. I thought I did. Then you spent a whole dinner mocking me for being kind to people. IT was one dinner. No, it wasn't. It was 3 years of you dismissing every emotion as weakness, making fun of empathy, rolling your eyes at compassion. That's not. I'm not. Remember when my grandmother died? You gave me 2 days to get over it. When Derek's kid was born premature, you complained I spent too much time in the hospital. When Mrs. Chen's husband passed, you said I was weirdly obsessed with checking on her. She stared at me. Those were different. How? Because you don't think feelings matter, unless they're yours. That's not true. I have feelings. When's the last time you asked anyone about theirs? Silence. This is what growing up looks like, Vanessa. It's recognizing that emotions aren't weakness. It's understanding that caring about people isn't embarrassing. It's knowing when to walk away from someone who thinks kindness is a character flaw. So you just done? 3 years, just like that. You told me to grow up. I did. Hashtag final update, 1 month later. The wedding was called off, obviously. Vanessa tried to spin it as mutual, but people knew. Hard to claim mutual when you're the one begging for another chance while the other person is calmly dividing belongings. The friend group essentially split, but not how you'd expect. It wasn't Team Vanessa versus Team Benji. It was more organic. The people who valued emotional intelligence gravitated toward game nights, support groups, checking in on each other. Claudia's dad started treatment, and we rallied around her. Jenna's mom recovered, and we celebrated together. Marco proposed to his girlfriend at one of our gatherings, said our talks about emotional availability save his relationship. Vanessa kept the friends who thought feelings were for weak people. All 3 of them. They go to clubs and make fun of people who cry at movies. I'm sure they're very happy. She texted me last week. I know you hate me, but I wanted you to know I'm in therapy. Trying to understand why I'm like this. My therapist says I was raised to see emotions as manipulation because that's how my mom used them. Not an excuse. Just explanation. I'm sorry. You deserved better. I replied, I don't hate you. Good luck with therapy. Hope you find peace. She responded, thanks. That's very, in a good way this time. Growth. Maybe. Not my problem anymore. I'm dating now. A teacher named Simone who tears up at those soldiers coming home videos and isn't embarrassed about it. She thinks my sensitivity is attractive. Calls it emotional intelligence. I love that you check on people, she said last week. It's sexy when men have feelings. Weird how that works. Vanessa was right about one thing. I didn't need to grow up, just not how she meant it. Growing up meant recognizing that being mocked for kindness says more about the mocker than the mocked. It meant understanding that the right person won't ask you to be less caring. It meant walking away from someone who saw empathy as embarrassment. That's the mature thing to do. Edit. Since everyone's asking, Claudia's dad is doing well on his new treatment plan. And yes, she's still one of my closest friends. Edit 2. To those saying Vanessa might change in therapy,